Hi there, it's Debbie with the Pickin Coop Farmstead. And I've got my kombucha in my crazy cat lady cup that my daughter and granddaughter gave me. Today I'm planting up more seeds, but I did go to the Foothill High School. Ooh, that's good. That's the blackberry kombucha. Those are the blackberries that I dry packed when I canned them. They're mushy, so they're not really good for anything except for jams and kombucha. But I wanted to show you what I bought. My beautiful niece, Allison, is the ag teacher out there, and every year in April, they have their plant sale. Look at these guys. These are those beautiful giant marigolds. I got a 4-pack of those because the seeds that I saved from her last year, for some reason I did something wrong. They didn't come up. I'm going to have quite a few different varieties of marigolds this year. Then I bought this beautiful mint. Does it say what type? It says pennyroyal mint. I've heard of that before. You can never have too much of that. Mint needs to be contained because it likes to go crazy. Then I bought this beautiful little Celiosa. This thing has grown just since the other day. Now I looked up Celiosa. It's got those little brushy plumes that come out. They're gorgeous. They are actually in the amaranth family. And people buy these more for ornamental, I do believe. But they are also commonly called coxcomb. So these are beautiful. And these, I don't know if they're different colors. It doesn't really, it just says Sunday Mix. So I'm excited. I only got one. I'm probably going to wish I would have got two. And then I'm so excited about these because I did not buy any seeds for these, and I wish I would have. These are Brandywine tomatoes, and look at the leaves. They look like potato leaves. They're beautiful. And this little fella is getting little blooms on it, so I definitely want to pinch those blooms off because I want all the roots, or all the energy in the plant to concentrate on the root system. So I bought 2 of those. So I did pretty good. I wanted to buy a lot more, but I did not. My husband's all, you didn't really buy more plants, did you? And I'll show you all of my, I just moved a whole bunch more to my kitchen counter. It's crazy. All right, so we are a day late. Today is April 10th. It's okay. Nobody's gonna get us for that. Now, I also have carrots that I'm going to be planting, hopefully outside today. The rains are supposed to come, so I'm hoping that'll be good for that. All right, so I've got my dampened soil. Let's pull you down so you can see what I'm doing. I've got my dampened soil here. I've got extra cups. These are all drilled. And believe it or not, I'm working on my second sleeve of these. If you watched my video earlier, it was a giant bag, I think 240 from Costco. So these ought to last me for quite a while. My sister said 2 or 3 years, and I'm like, I don't know about that. Okay, so then we need our pencil. Where'd my pencil go? I usually keep everything together here. Hold on, I gotta go find my pen. All right, my little clicker thing was bossing me around. It's probably time to buy a new little battery for it. Okay, so got my pencil, I got my stakes. I went grocery shopping yesterday. Yesterday was my town day. And they had these organic Fairy Moore seeds out front of Winco. They still have a whole bunch, and they're only $2.99 for organic. I thought that was pretty cheap. I've always wanted to have some tarragon in my garden. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plant this today. I've never grown it before, so those of you that have, if you have any tips or suggestions, I don't know. I have to read on here. It just says plain old tarragon. It doesn't have a variety. All right, we'll put that in our cup. And on the back here, it says to plant 1/8 of an inch deep, so barely on the soil there. I know what they look like, blah, 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 blah. I like to put them on my roast beef and different things like that. It's good to flavor vinegar. I didn't think about that. 6 weeks before transplanting outdoors, or sow directly, blah, blah, blah. 18 inches apart. They're 3 inches tall. Keep them well weeded and watered. They get 20 to 28 inches tall. That's about all it really says. So let's go ahead and plant some of these. I don't think we need a whole lot. A little bit of tarragon. I don't know if you've ever used it. Goes a long ways. And I used to make beef Wellington or pork Wellington all the time. I get the pork loin and these are so tiny. You have to look really close to see those guys. So I'm just going to sprinkle these. I don't want to get them over here. I'm going to sprinkle them on top of this dirt. There we go. I'm not even going to really even put any dirt on top of them. All right, tarragon done. Put our little piece of tape over this. Now I got this idea from Jessica Sowers, big surprise. She uses the tape for scrapbooking because you can take it off and put it right back on. And I didn't have that. You can actually buy that at the Dollar Tree sometimes. And so I thought, well, what do I have that's similar? And I'm thinking, ooh, painter's tape, because it's made to come off really easy. All right, so tarragon done. I'm going to set this over in the tray with my cute little seedlings I bought from the FFA. It's good to buy your plants from that kind of stuff because it's supporting the kids. You know, I'm a sucker for supporting the kids. And they always have beautiful, beautiful, healthy plants. I mean, they had succulents, lots of flowers. They have a flower cutting group, and they sell their bouquets, and they have like once a month club I think you can subscribe to. You have to go on there, Foothill FFA, and join their page, because she's even talking about having a sale for Mother's Day. So I'm kind of hoping so. All right, next I'm going to plant the acorn squash. And these are very prolific. I planted these for 3 years now. And I think even last year I used the seeds I saved and they turned out really well. And these are Livingston seeds. It says non-GMO, but all seeds are non-GMO. It's a vegetable, in case you didn't know that. Acorn squash. So I think since I'm planting, let's see, how many varieties of squash? I'm not doing zucchini this year. I almost bought some from Allison the other day. So I'm doing 3, 4. I'm doing 4 varieties plus these. So I'm just going to plant a couple. These are called winter squash, not because you grow them in the winter, but because they store well over the winter. So there's one. I'm going to plant these about 1 inch deep. This is 1/2 inch to 3/4. Remember, you double the size of the width of your seed and that's how deep you plant them. Squash are very fast growing, kind of like beans. Oops, I dropped some. Oh, there's a hole in here. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna have to fix that. Bear with me while I fix my envelope. All right, crisis averted. So I had to tape up the envelope as well as the back. This poor little packet is been used several times. So remember, the seeds that you plant, if you're keeping a garden journal, which I highly recommend, keep those off to the side so you can write them down, what you planted and when, if it's indoors, outdoors, that type of thing. All right, so acorn squash, bada bing, bada boom. All right, next. Okay, so then we have our famous crookneck squash. These are M.I. Gardner. These I think are about the same, 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch. I think they're about the same size seeds. Most squash, pumpkin seeds get quite large, but it says 1/2 inch deep. There you go. Only gonna plant, I'll plant 3 of each, which again is overkill because these germination rate on these is really, really well. Good old M.I. Gardner. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3. There we go. And tape this back up. Add that over there. I'll put a crookneck on my little thingy. So I hope everybody is well, happy, and safe. It's crazy weather, tornadoes, flooding, all that kind of stuff. And I think some of you folks are still getting snow. And I looked at the 30-day forecast on my weather, and I'm not supposed to be able to plant out at least my tomatoes until like the halfway mark in May. But that's not very accurate, so I will just keep checking. All right, next I'm planting these. I've never planted them before. Jessica Sowers from Roots and Refuge always plants them. And these are going to go up on a trellis. All of these squash are going to go up on a trellis. These guys get quite large, and you can eat them just like a zucchini. Now the bad thing about squash is it doesn't can well, in my experience. It kind of turns to mush. If you guys have figured out a good way to do it, please let me know. Now what I like to do is I like to dehydrate it, or I like to grate it. You could make yummy little like vinegar and salt chips with them. Much healthier option for that. These need to be 1/2 inch deep. And again, I'm going to plant 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Your marker. So that's what I'm going to plan on doing with these. As far as storing these, I don't know that they're a good storing. Oh, it says it has the ability to be both a summer and winter squash. So hopefully we get plenty of these, and I'm gonna save some back and harden them off, and, or it's not called hardening out, what's it called? I don't know. Anyways, where you let the skin get hard and store them. All right, here we go. Now we are doing the Burgess Buttercup Squash. I bought a plant of these from a little gal, their M.I. Gardener, at the Oak Run Library thing. They're having that coming up. I'm going to be a vendor there. There's a local organic farmer there, and she sells the most beautiful plants. It's hard not to buy anything. I try not to buy anything unless I don't have it. So then she got me hooked on these. They're beautiful. They look like these cute little pumpkin style, and you cut them open and they're bright, bright, beautiful, rich looking orange, and they are delicious, really sweet. Okay, these say, I want to say ½ inch, oh, 1 inch. Oh, they're much larger seeds, that's why. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, put your tape on. Get your name tag. Now I think you can store these. I only got one that came to fruit. I think I planted everything too close together. Buttery, smooth. Try it as a great alternative to mashed sweet potatoes. Stringless flesh. 6 to 7 fruit per plant. Winter vine. Okay, so you can store these over the winter. That's a good thing. All right, so there's that. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, the good old spaghetti squash. Now, I didn't have these seeds last year. These are M.I. Gardener. I got these this year. So I bought some plants from my niece out at Foothill. These are ½ inch, 1 inch. 1, 2, 3. And I saved the seeds from that. Oh, it was the year before, sorry. And I saved the seeds from them, and they grew a whole bunch of them. So I thought, well, this year I'm just going to buy the seeds so I have them. I love spaghetti squash. It's a great alternative to pastas if you're doing like keto kind of eating. I mean, obviously it does not taste as good as pasta because I love pasta. But it does taste really, really good. And you could put pesto over it, just like you would anything else. Spaghetti sauce. Alright, spaghetti squash. This is still going to be a lot of squash. That's okay though. Alright, I'm going to fill up a couple more cups. And let's see, I think I've got 3 more that I need to plant today. And that'll be the end of that. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do, I wanted to succession sow my cilantro. And I have never planted cilantro and not had it germinate. So maybe these seeds are getting kind of old. I'm not really sure. But I'm going to try it again. I don't really want that many. There we go. So I'm going to plant about that many. And I think what I'm going to do is a little experiment. I just slightly put some dirt on top. Just barely. So I'm going to put on here, this packet says it was packaged 2012 21. So I'm going to put that on here. And I think what I'm going to do is use some of my saved seeds from my actual cilantro that I grew from these seeds. There we go. And we'll find out which ones. I'm going to plant them exactly the same way. So these are, I'm going to put on here cilantro. (2024). We'll see if we get any germination and which ones are germinating and which ones are not. If these things aren't really germinating, then I'm going to, let me grab my other. Oh, these are actually from 2023, but that's okay. It will survive. And these are my actual seeds I saved. Once it starts getting warm, it bolts pretty quickly. I think that's plenty. Let's put that over there so we can document. Got a little bit of soil on top. All right, so now my dill seeds, they're Burpee Organic. It's a mammoth dill. I got these from that big bag of seeds, I think, that my sister gave me a few years back. And these are still really viable. So these are truly going to be succession sown. I think you can never have too much dill. I like it on all different kinds of, ooh, that's a lot. Dishes, it's not just for pickling. I'm gonna plant about that many. What was I gonna say? I'm sorry. Oh, ranch dressings. Obviously, it's good on fish. All that kind of stuff. All right, so the dill is done. Today is house cleaning day. My actual goal is to try to put my other shelf together. I just moved a bunch more plants over. I mean, my thing is full on my countertop over there in front of those sunny windows. So I must have bought 2 of these bunching onions. Because here's more. Okay, I'll save these. Or wait, no. I didn't plant them yet. Hello, McFly. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Sorry, guys. So now we have the fairy morse. These are not organic, but it's okay. Bunching onions, green onions. I grew some last time, but only one came up, which is weird. So I think those seeds were old. All right, come on out of there, little fella. Now these guys are kind of small too. So I'm going to plant about that many. And sprinkle them all around. There we go. Pat them down just a hair. And then some more soil. I had just enough soil for all this. Woohoo! Okay, so here we go, guys. Bada bing, bada boom. Put some tape on there. One of the seeds that I buy whenever I pass a seed thing and it's a good deal is always onions, carrots. I can never get them to come to fruition, but it doesn't stop me from trying. I just think my soil just needs to get better quality. All right, so I'm okay now till April 17th. That leaves, I think, my sunflowers. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. And I'm gonna go document all of these and spray all of these guys in really well so they're nice and saturated. Gives them a chance for germination. And I hope this video finds you happy, healthy, and safe. And thank you, as always, so much for watching. We are at 450 followers. I thank you so much for subscribing, commenting, sharing, all that good stuff that you guys do. All right, God bless you all and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye now.